Here are the tools needed to replace the side-to-side stop. A drill or multi-bit screwdriver, T27 torque security, number 2 Phillips and flathead bits, a 5x32 inch Allen key, an adjustable wrench with a jaw capacity of at least 1 1/4 inch, needle nose pliers, and possibly a hammer. Let's get started. First, you'll need to take off the cover of the gun. Remove the 8 security screws with the T27 torque security bit. Note that The Walking Dead and Halo Fireteam Raven have more complicated procedures to replace this stop. Consult the game manual or contact Rothroll support for help. Our contact information is at the end of the video. Remove the cover from the gun and set it aside. Once you've taken off the cover, you'll need to remove the shaker mechanism. Use the 5x32 inch Allen key to remove the 6 screws holding it in place. Unplug the shaker mechanism and set it aside. Next, unplug the potentiometer and use the same Allen key to remove the 2 screws holding the potentiometer bracket in place. Lift the bracket out. Now you have access to the large nut in the center. Use an adjustable wrench to remove the nut. This nut requires a 1 1/4 inch wrench to remove. You won't be able to take it off completely because of the wires, so just lift it up as far as possible. The unpainted metal bracket is held into place with 6 screws on the side. Remove those screws with a number 2 Phillips. The next part is a little tricky. Use your wrench, or another tool if you wish, to pry the unpainted metal bracket away from the base it's sitting in. You'll likely need to alternate sides. Once it's completely loose, you'll be able to see the side-to-side stop. Depending on which version you have, the stop will be held in place by either an external retaining ring with 2 small holes, or an E-style retaining ring. There is a special tool used to install and uninstall both. The gun shown in this video has an E-ring, but you can actually use common tools to remove and reinstall it. Use a flathead screwdriver to remove the E-ring by placing the head into one of the E-ring's openings and prying it off. Once the E-ring has been removed, remove the old stop and install the new one. You can reinstall the E-ring using needle nose pliers. Grip the E-ring as shown, and push it back onto the post. If you have the other version, you'll most likely need the special pliers. Put the prongs of the pliers into the holes of the retaining ring and then squeeze to remove it. Once you've replaced the stop, you can use the same pliers to reinstall the retaining ring. All that's left is to reassemble the gun. First, you'll need to reinstall the unpainted bracket. It's a tight fit, so you might need a hammer to get it back into place. After that, reinstall the 6 screws. Then retighten the large nut in the center. Put the shaker mechanism back into place and tighten it down with the 6 screws. Don't forget to plug it back in. This next part is crucial. Make sure that the flat edge of the potentiometer shaft is facing away from where the wires connect to the potentiometer. Also make sure that the gun is facing forward, in the middle of its range from side to side. Put the bracket back into position so that the pins of the potentiometer are facing towards the front of the gun. Doing these steps will ensure that the potentiometer won't break from over-rotation. Use the bracket screws to reattach the bracket to the rest of the gun mechanism. Plug the potentiometer back in. Finally, return the cover to the top of the gun and use the 8 screws to reattach it. If you have any further questions, don't hesitate to reach out by calling our technical support hotline or emailing rtsupport@betson.com.